皆さんこんにちは、アキです and Alex。
こんにちは。
そう、今回は私たちがどうしてキャンピングカーに住んでいるのかっていうお話をしたいと思います。So today we're gonna tell people why we are living in caravan.
Yes.
Yeah. 私が住んでいる理由としては、メインの理由としては彼です。So before we start living in together in this caravan, we already started living in yourself.
That's right. I decided to switch from living in a house to living in a caravan and traveling. And the reason I decided to do that was because I wanted to enjoy life a lot more than what I was. So I had the opportunity because I could make money online with my business. So that's when I made the decision, okay, I want to do something that involves traveling.
So far, do you enjoy living in caravan?
I love it. So it's there are obviously difficulties and problems living in a caravan. The main problem is things breaking and things going wrong. But the actual lifestyle itself is really good. Like, I don't need lots of space. And because we can set up in beautiful places all the time, always have lots of space outside, where I love to be. We can travel to where the weather is good. And so yeah, living outside a fair portion of the time is very viable in Australia in a caravan.
And normally people ask me, where do you live? I mean, where do you stay? In the RV, or I should say caravan park, or any camping site. So we should tell people where we stay, or normally.
So I don't like caravan parks because I like being out in nature and away from lots of people. And I don't like paying lots of money for the facilities when I don't need them. Our caravan is on solar. We have big water tanks. We have gas and hot water and a full kitchen which doesn't need power. So we don't need caravan parks. So I prefer to set up in remote campsites, which are away from people. Like, I like to be near water or in the mountains in particular, where it's beautiful, generally away from cities. And the other place I like to set up is on private property, so people that own property, and they allow me to go and stay there, like farms and paddocks, and sometimes people with very large houses with very large yards will go set up there, and that's very, very nice and very private. Yeah, but usually we stay in campsites, country campsites.
And we prefer free one.
Yes. Yeah, because we don't need facilities. So, you know, we don't need a toilet, we don't need access to water, we don't need power most of the time. So free campsites work really well with us. That means there's more money to pay for other things like adventures and holidays and doing the things that we actually want to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Or we can work less and have more free time.
Yeah, and now we are currently in the private paddocks.
Yeah. Yes, we're in a privately owned paddock, a small farm. So there's cows here, goats, sheep, and many animals around us. The farmhouse is behind us, and there's also these people also have a workshop which is on the other side again, which they let me go in and use sometimes to fix things.
So we are living in this quite big caravan, but before we started living in this one, Alex lived the smaller one. So could you explain what the difference between your old previous caravan and this one?
So my first caravan was very cheap because when I decided to live in a caravan, I couldn't afford it. Caravans are really expensive, and I didn't have any savings, so I had a tax return which wasn't much, so I bought the cheapest caravan I could find, which actually worked. So it was very old, and it was very small, and it had no facilities in it at all, but it did work. Yeah, it's only 15.5 feet long, I think it was. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 18.
No.
No.
No, much smaller than that.
Okay.
No, it was a 15 15 and a half foot long caravan. Had a tiny little kitchen, a gas powered fridge, a few small cupboards and 2 single beds, and a small bench area where you could work, or you could try and turn it into a bed, but it didn't really work. The caravan
But
leaked.
you did a good job.
Yeah, it leaked, so it was never any good out in the rain. Had to put a big tarp over it to try and stop the water leaking into it, and it wasn't insulated, so it would get really hot inside when it got hot, and it would get really cold when it was cold, which is not very enjoyable. So very different from this caravan. This caravan's large. It has 3 rooms inside it. Has an internal ensuite. My other caravan didn't have a toilet, didn't have a shower, anything like that. This one's got a built-in shower, built-in toilet. We've got a washing machine in here which we can run on solar, and the ensuite area can be used as a change room. We have a nice big kitchen with all the facilities we need. We have a compressor fridge which is big and it stays cold. In my old caravan the fridge wouldn't work when it got hot. This fridge has no problem staying cool when it's hot, and it's large, so you can fill it up with food. We've got a big club lounge which you can turn into a bed. We have a nice big comfortable double bed, lots of cupboard space, lots of storage space, and we have an air conditioner. It's just like a house, a small, like a unit essentially. So in Japan, similar to I think usual accommodation, it's about the same size. For Australia, small, but not for Japan.
But actually, our kitchen is better than Japanese single room accommodation. Because we have 4 stoves and grill and also oven.
Yeah, I like this kitchen. This is better than any other kitchen I've had even in a house. I think it's very, very functional. You can cook anything there, and it's healthy because we don't have 240 volt power. It means we can't use a microwave, so we have to cook fresh vegetables with gas. So we steam them or boil them or things like that, or we cook things in the oven. But we don't have a microwave, so we don't do microwave prepackaged meals and things like that because we can't.
Yeah, but anyway, we are living in caravan and we love this lifestyle.
I hate doing housework. I don't like doing gardening because I'm allergic to plants. So a caravan's very good from that perspective because it's very small and very easy to keep clean as long as you're organised. And of course you never have to do any gardening, but you're often camped in natural countryside, so you have beautiful plants around you and beautiful landscapes, or you can camp on the beach and you have the beach and the sea in front of you, and so you don't have to maintain much. That's more time for enjoying yourself and less time doing work.
So this is the reason why we live in this caravan. So we love this caravan and enjoy our life. So if you're interested in our caravan life or adventure life, please subscribe and follow us.
Yeah. Yes, please. Many adventures to come.
Yes. Anyway, see you later.
Sayonara.